Hey! Boston, come here.
Ryan signed his from her?
Nope.
You signed it, Ryan and...
OJ has the video camera on.
Where did my son go?
He's right here.
These are clean, Mom. Nobody...
Okay, how long are you going to keep the camera on me?
He came upstairs, he got the steps in. He acts like he's so big because he... I hope that nipples don't feel.
No, you're doing fine. Go ahead.
No, type it on. Here.
I'm standing here.
Don't say nothing less.
Without getting emotional and mushy. Okay.
It's a hug you come later, baby.
You and Uncle Otto have opened up your house to us for Christmas for as long as I can remember. For probably as old as half of us are.
How old is that?
46.
Let's not go there.
Whoa, that is a long
That is a long time. That makes them older too, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Before you sit
A little bit tonight. But anyway, here's a card. And we took up a little collection. You can go to dinner with it. You can pay for your...
Yep, a nice collection in there.
Spring and take that out.
Yeah, we're checking out our fruit.
And that's your tin I stole. But anyway...
Otto, have
I know exactly how much is there, so I'll tell you when you make sure you get half.
And everybody wrote something? Everybody made sure you signed it.
Everybody that's here
I don't
has
want to
signed it.
keep this.
Oh, we're not done with you
We
yet.
just signed it. Yeah, we're not done.
Well, we'll get the money back.
No way.
And Neddy's will keep it.
Uncle Otto said he's going fishing.
But anyway...
What'd you get? I know.
So how much?
We want to know how much.
That's right. It doesn't matter how much the pick is on
We
it.
don't care.
Keep it...
Well, that would be great if it was.
It's more than $20.
Well, wait till
Anyway, so we'd like to thank you guys for all of that. And actually, you and Uncle Otto are in the hot seat right now, because everybody's got a little bit of something to say about you.
We're going to roast you.
We're going to roast you guys tonight. And we're going to start with Ann Evelyn.
You know what? They said I'm going to start with the oldest one.
That was Dolores' idea.
Thank you, Jean.
While you're still awake.
Can I
tell two things?
Yes, you may tell two things.
I remember I came up to visit Mother,
How old? What
Sit
year?
up.
and Naomi was
I'll bend over my
16. At
knees.
that time, I must have been 20 or 21. And I thought, they were sitting on the steps. I thought they was doing kissing. And I was going to be nosy. So I went down and I thought, I'm going to pretend like I'm not looking. Surprise, surprise.
Nosy and
No, I was going to pretend I wasn't looking, and I didn't know it was a glass door, and my face hit that door. They all turned around to see what happened. That's the end of that.
You didn't get to see him,
But they wouldn't kiss me. I just know that.
You better keep it
It
quiet.
was on Wade Park, I think. I remember that.
You remember what you did then?
I remember the door. I told her what I did later. I probably saw her. Now I got that one more thing.
One more thing.
Otto and Naomi came to Princeton when I lived in West Virginia. Well, me and Naomi and Shelby took an ocean. We wanted a Pepsi. Some way or the other, in the back of my head, I don't think Otto wanted Naomi to go because they're just newly married. And Jean definitely didn't want me to go. So Naomi said, well, let's sneak out the window. So,
Did you hear that?
window.
Not window.
People out the
All right, then you're from the window.
Gotta learn the lingo with our family. I can hear it.
So we went in the back room and handed the Pepsis to Shelby. No, Shelby handed me the Pepsi bottle so we could go get pop. And then Naomi come in like she was looking for me. We passed right by Naomi, Otto and Jean. Went to the back room.
Didn't see nothing.
And we crawled out the window. You remember that, don't you? Then we got in the car. We wouldn't turn the lights on until we got to the bottom of the hill. Then they went back. And Otto said, boy, what's wrong? Y'all been gone an awful long time. Where'd you go? He thought we went to the outside toilet too. Which we didn't. But I
What they did is about 3 or 4 of them go together.
They were doing outside toilet.
Well, see, I've had everybody out
Beat out this one, the other one's still open the door. Right?
Or to rip up the newspaper.
One up the newspaper.
No, wasn't it? That was fun.
And Carlene?
Well, pass it around the everybody sign, but everybody sign.
Harlan, you're next.
And Carlene?
I'm not next to you.
You are, honey. You're her next oldest
Honey,
sister.
I don't know what, no, I'm not. Nothing's ever exciting happened to me.
That's you off the porch with the Christmas
Hey,
tree.
I got a slow memory. I got a slow memory. Can't think of anything.
What about the Christmas tree? What you got?
Yeah,
What happened? Who threw you off the porch with the Christmas tree?
It wasn't Otto. No, you got the wrong person, honey.
For the Lord saved your life.
Man.
When you fell off the porch.
No, we were young.
No, she got herself there.
Listen to this. I told somebody the other day, I thought, how dangerous.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what the old angel hair is?
Uh-huh.
Years ago we used it. And the mother name was called, so we thought, well, we'll just go ahead and take down the Christmas tree. And we took the stuff off and pulled it out on the front porch, and I thought, we'll just singe that hair off of here.
Oh my
So I
God.
got fire.
They singed the Christmas tree.
It
I
caught,
don't remember
it
that.
caught on fire, and I didn't know what else to do. And Carlene had tried to get a hold of it. So when she got a hold of it, I pushed her. Pushed her off the porch with the Christmas tree.
A burning Christmas tree.
Maybe I got hurt so bad, but I was going to say, I might be able to do better if it was a big.
Okay, what was your reaction?
Uncle Barbara,
You're next.
I can't say nothing.
You don't have anything good or bad or funny to say about
it doesn't matter if
Too much noise, you can't even think.
Hey, Mark, good or bad? We'll go back to him.
think of something, Dad.
Well, let's see, I don't know. When Naomi and Otto first got married, Otto was, to me, is really quiet. And I used to go to her house, Naomi's house, but I'd be scared to death of Otto. I wouldn't go and get in her refrigerator to get anything because I felt that Otto wouldn't want me there.
Well,
I'd wait and watch for him to get home before I would dare go to the refrigerator. But I got news for you. I could call him anytime for anything, and both of them would do it, and I love them both.
And now Margaret says enough for both of us.
She said it for all of us. I think she took all of us.
a bunch of ours.
Okay, Leslie, I think you're the
I
next.
don't know if it's time to know.
You're on the spot. You're on the spot, babe. You're on the spot. Something about them.
Well, I Hold on, Leslie's next.
Part of the game is we're roasting Aunt Nana Glass.
I remember when we went to
tell
West
another one
Virginia,
afterwards.
and I drove with Uncle Otto, and we had to go in the house and build a fire, and we had to go, I think Otto had to go back to Parkersburg, a place, and get Nay and them out of jail.
What?
Yes.
Sell that one.
Remember
Remember
that?
that?
Yeah, wait,
Yeah, you were
that.
my mom. He had to go back, and I was in the back seat.
Why were they?
Because I was with him, and I couldn't understand why I wasn't with my mom.
No, somebody claimed we caused them to wreck.
Yep. And they ended up
They
in
ran
jail.
in a ditch, they were going around us and they couldn't, I guess, or something. And they ran in a ditch, they wrecked, and they called a friend of theirs, which was a policeman, and they come. Do you remember it?
Yes,
And
I
they
remember
come
that.
and blamed it on me for Merle, who was driving. For
Can't blame it on
holding
my
us
mom. She's not here to
And
defend
it
us.
wasn't their fault, but Merle was already driving. Good one, Leslie.
What do we do with it?
I was like, good.
That's it, just making sure.
Leslie did.
That was, man, that was, I forgot all about that. But that was a quiet room. Oh, it was, I was there to death.
They charged us money, I don't know what it was.
They charged you a
They
fine?
probably had to come give us money.
Yeah? Because we were traveling to West Virginia Grove.
Probably the time that,
Does that make sense?
I heard they let me drive her car, it was a garbage day. Don't you think you can drive one of these things? Okay.
Next. Unfortunately, Aunt Nay and Otto.
Unfortunately, here goes.
Now you're on camera. Mine aren't always happy times. We've had great times, but I mean, to think about them coming all the way to Colorado to see us, family's thicker than anything. They proved that to me time and time again. It's been wonderful being their big friend.
Stop it.
I'm not following the horse.
Shut up. We said you're the favorite.
You got the doll and Colorado. But I have to say, every time when I'd come up when I was a little girl, Aunt Nay would get me in more trouble because she'd say, "Do you remember how you used to say Pepsi-Cola?" And she'd try to get me to say it, and I couldn't say it right. It never came out right.
Say it for us now.
No way.
Leslie couldn't say jam either.
My mom used to get Leslie to do that.
At Colorado, Uncle Otto would come in and he'd say, "You want to go out and play hopscotch?" I was 7 years old, and he took the time to play hopscotch with me. So I don't know if he remembers. When he had his 60th birthday party, I bought him some chocolate. I forgot to give him the directions to hopscotch with it. And that's what I wanted to do, because I never forget how he took time for me. Both of them. So you're on. You're on, Joel.
Blood must be pretty thick here, 'cause I'm gonna tell you. The first Christmas I was here was Christmas of 1979. And 1 week later, I come in here, and they had a preacher standing in the foyer. Otto was marching her down the stairs, and I do, and here we go.
That's the truth.
And here you are.
On New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Take about an hour to do.
We came about an hour, there's about 50 people here, and somebody played the organ, somebody to sing, and everything.
Had to work.
Hey, Danny.
What I remember about Uncle Otto took me golfing when I was 13 years old, and I think it embarrassed him.
He said, "You want to go golfing with me?" I never went in my life. He took me, and I just dug holes all in the ground.
Tell him about his letting you flip a car.
Well, that was before that. 12 years old, let me drive his Cadillac around my block there in Streetsboro.
Is that the same Cadillac plate for any?
It was, what year was that? 62, 63 Cadillac?
No, I'll go next. It's a 68 Cadillac.
No.
Red leather interior.
Wasn't that? No. That was, I was only 12 years old. That was like 60. It was green. I mean, green or black. Remember that?
Had a green one.
That was the one. You let me drive around the block. It was an old one. And then I remember when you took me to Charleston, West Virginia, me and you, and I don't know who else was with us. It seemed like somebody else. I was only about 12 or 13, went to Charleston to see his parents. You remember that? That was a good trip, too. I remember that.
Hey, Gerald.
Uh-huh.
Gerald, you're on.
I was by myself, or I think somebody else was with us, wasn't
Do
there?
you mind?
From Cleveland. No, he was in Cleveland. Went from Cleveland to... From there. I was only about 12 or 13.
Probably Rodney.
Yeah, I believe he was a year or two old at the time. Huh?
Gerald, next.
Well, let's see. I guess I was probably around 16, 17. And they lived over on 86th Street. And I was dating a girl on 88th Street. And my brother was up here.
Hey, Ron.
And
How you doing, guys?
we was going to go,
On every street.
we were supposed to go over, who did? You did. I grew up around every street in Cleveland. And I don't know what time, we were supposed to be home like 11 o'clock or something like that. And he told us, he said, "You be here at 11 o'clock or I'll be there to get you." He came knocking on the door, he came to get us. They took us back home.
Kept you out of trouble. trouble.
Yeah. Daryl never could remember the girls' names, but it was the one on 83rd, there was one on 94th, and the one on 105th. I know your game.
Well, Aunt Margaret sort of took part of mine. I would like go over to your house, and because Uncle Otto was quiet, he scared us. I don't know how or what. And you didn't do anything.
Everybody else yelled.
No, we were just yelling, and Uncle Otto would just be, "Hey, so how's everything?" Well, that scared us. I thought he was, you know.
This guy's a maniac. He's a maniac. He's scared of us all.
They always say be watchful of those quiet ones.
Quiet one. But then Aunt Nathan, she always managed to trick us all into, let me show you my new vacuum cleaner. Look how it goes. She walked out of the room and we're vacuuming. And she went, after you're done with that, I'll show you how to make a bed, like this. And then we cleaned her house and I had no idea we were doing it. Then she made it fun. But yeah, she made it fun.
Worked with me.
But I guess I remember too.
Offer me 50 cents to dust her furniture every time I came over here. Every time. Did you take it?
Negligee.
I don't
Certain
know.
drawer that was all negligee. You got me ready? You happened to tell us once, and so me and Tina and Debbie, we said.
Tina said she knew everything in this.
Oh, Tina's the one that showed us. She told us. But I guess I want to say too that never having a Christmas tree until my mom married Dale. I thought your house was the only house in the state of Ohio that had a Christmas tree, and we could come up to see it.
Probably was.
But we'd have never had a Christmas. In all those years growing up, we'd never had a Christmas had it not been for them. No, it wouldn't have been the same.
Well, I got something else funny to say.
Well, wait, it's Gino's turn.
Okay. I say in turn.
You have one to let.
Gino's got his hand up. It's like you're saying all this stuff and then they're gonna take a rope and hang you.
Hey, I remember when I got my driver's license, I needed a car. Uncle Otto had a 68 white Cadillac, leather interior. And I was 16, and I bought that car. And I was the only knucklehead in school with an 80-foot Cadillac. And I had to park in the teacher's zone. Everybody laughing at me, and I still to this day, I floated to my mom. Let me drive that big old white Cadillac at 16 to school. I had a big pocket watch on the hanging down from the mirror. I thought, thanks, Uncle Otto. I wish I had it today. 65, yeah.
Great interior.
That's the one Danny goes on the block. If you came out there, let him drive and see if I liked it.
Of course. Okay,
Of course.
remember things. Hey, now, Mark, sit Debbie down.
Oh, come on now. Be honest.
Why don't we just keep going around one time?
Wait, I want to go now. I want to go.
Okay, I thought I'll be the nice one.
Well, you remember the pool that used to be around out back and that's all I'm saying. Okay, listen, it was like July or August, it's really hot. I was like 10 years old, me and OJ was in the pool, and I found a $20 bill on the ground. Do you remember that? I found $20 on the ground, and I don't know if you've ever been here in the summer, but it's really cold inside the house. Uncle Otto seemed to think that it might have been his, that he must have left the window open. But he gave in, and I ended up with the 20 bucks. It's true.
Is it a pile of...
Ricky, get Debbie down here.
I remember when you used to work at I don't know if it was a Woolworths.
She worked?
You worked? Oh, I worked 3 times. You worked behind the cafe. Yeah. I said Woolworths, didn't I?
Yeah.
And my mom used to go and tell you all her troubles while you fed me hot chocolate with marshmallows. I didn't get extra marshmallows. Anyhow.
Wait.
I remember she used to have
What? Don't beat the food.
I was there.
Don't beat the
And Aunt A's always been the supporter of the family. She's not really opinionated.
Nay, no.
That's right, Trina. And they never gives you her opinion.
Huh? Never. She'll never give you her opinion.
Or advice.
Or advice. And that's what we love about you.
I told her to start charging.
I think you.
My God, you give everything here.
What did Otto say?
What would you do with all
Start charging for it.
Start charging. Okay.
And Uncle Otto, I thank you for being nice to my dad.
All right, so is it Debbie Jean next or Mike? Mike. It's Mike. Okay. They're older than you then, Deb. Hi. You guys love me, Debbie? Go ahead. Thank you. Courtesy of Naomi. Okay.
God is good.
All right.
Yep. Played football. We went golfing together.
You went golfing with him too?
Yeah.
He probably didn't marry like that.
No.
Danny thought when they see you, get ball. Ain't not good. That's why I like everything. When you get to talk about the team.
Debbie, your turn.
Wait, how did we skip from Dream on Mike over here?
Because you're older than me, you should have been before golf.
It's age here, you know.
Oh, it's 8?
Yep.
Hey, OJ. I care. Okay. What else was said? I missed it. All right. Well, are we saying nice things or mean things?
Anything.
Well, being that I am the favorite, I know that all your lives you all were jealous because I was the favorite, but I didn't know that. I remember a ton. One is the broken rocking chair and the roller coaster that they used to do when I'd spend the night. I got to sleep in between them. And they do the rocking chair and the roller coaster. So I don't know if any of you got that.
No, none of
We didn't get it, so we got cheated. We all got cheated.
Yeah, really. Show them what it's like.
I don't think I was prepared.
Yeah. And the other thing I remember is every time I went over there, and they said, I'll give you a quarter if you clean my bathroom.
I felt terrible, like, I really
And she would save all the pieces at the end of her soap. And I never understood why.
I was going to hear Jay Alexander.
I thought that was, I just did it. I looked at her thing.
But did you have
You weren't allowed to buy it?
I really do feel bad, so you can hate me for a little while. That's okay, you're wearing blue.
Shut up. Next time you go down, maybe she
I have one. I remember I used to love coming up every single summer and just spending the summer up here so much. And then Aunt Nay one year just gets scissor happy and cuts off this much of my hair. I go home and my hair's like up to here. My mom threatened never to let me come up here again. And well, she cut off the ponytail, and then when she took it down, it was all crooked. Well, she had to cut off this much more to get it straight.
I could have killed her.
Mom cried.
I swore I'd never let her come back again. I was so mad.
So I was so afraid that I was just never going to be allowed to come up here again. And then Aunt Nay and Uncle Otto both just have.
That's Papa and Mama and that one. That's right.
Look at his face.
Wait. Keep going, sorry.
All right. I was talking.
Wait.
And see, I thought I was the favorite, Debbie.
Never.
Oh.
You were all disillusioned. I always knew
I
I
have
was
a
the
statement
favorite.
on that because I believe that Papa used to tell us all individually we were the favorite.
Yeah.
With our pack of juicy fruit.
Right.
You know, we all thought we were the
Well,
only
then
ones.
I knew the game was going on, but I really
believe
am
they
the
all
favorite.
did that to us, and they really had us buffaloed. They don't Hey, they came to Carlos and see me.
Let's see, Debbie was there, but they got paid.
Okay,
Now, and then Uncle Otto and Aunt Nay
Yes,
both
I
have, I don't know if you guys realize this, but they have a warped sense of humor. They're the only people I know that laugh their heads off when they watch Misery and she hobbles the man and crushes his ankles, and they're laughing.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, this is so funny.
I did too, I thought it was good.
No, I think it's a trait throughout the whole family.
But Uncle Otto was my Western watching partner since my dad wasn't up here
There you go.
all these years.
Andrea.
Andrea.
Samantha?
Well, maybe Ronnie has one.
What's the hair
This is my first real Christmas as part of the family, but I've known the Elkins for a long time. And I've always been, as everyone has said, afraid of Uncle Otto. And so last, a year and a half ago, Shelley and I started dating. We were over here, and Aunt Nay was upstairs, Uncle Otto was off somewhere, and we're all down here playing cards, and the phone rings, and it's sitting right next to me. And this is already after 2 or 3 times he's caught me doing something I'm not supposed to do. So I pick up the phone, and I'm just like, I go, City Moore, you stab him, we slab him. And Uncle Otto goes, you better answer that phone, right? The blood falls from my face, and I go, it's for you! That right after that. I'm in the house here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I know, me, right now. Shelley's home alone, and yeah, they're gone off somewhere. Her Uncle Otto is supposed to not be home for a couple days, so and her bedroom's right in here. So a couple of us come over. We're gonna scare her. We just watched the scary movie Scream, so we come walking up beside the house. And we're gonna beat on the window and stuff. Well, all of a sudden, as we're sneaking up, we hear, "Hey, what are you kids doing?" The 2 people with me go, "Shoo!" And I'm standing there by myself going, it's just me. That's enough. TV time.
And you still married her?
And
you still joined the family?
Hi, Carrie's next.
I don't have much to say, but I remember when I was little, I used to come over here, and Aunt Nay and Mama would watch me. And Great-Grandma used to sit in a rocking chair and let me watch Price is Right with her every day at noon. But I wasn't allowed to eat in here. I had to sit up there and watch from up there. And every time I came over here, Aunt Nay always had little kids over here somewhere or the other, and I always got in trouble. And Grandma called me a troublemaker, and Aunt Nay always agreed with her. So the one time I was up here, I remember sitting up there and I was crying because Aunt Nay had told Grandma that I made this little girl run into this door right here, and she put a ruler on the top of the freezer and told Grandma if I got out of that chair to whip me with it. And so after that, I was afraid of Aunt Nay for a long time until I was like in my teenage years, and then I started, coming around the family. I sure do. I remember getting kids in trouble. I never did it. I was innocent. Did Samantha get down here yet? Martha, you ready to speak now? You gotta tell one, Dad.
Oh, you know what nice calf would be like.
Don't get nothing else.
As you start seeing through the cracks of that, if I went this way, I was going to get the poopy. And if I went this way, I was going to get woolly worms. Then I started screaming. It scared me to death. Did she get a whipping for that? No. Okay, Boo. I can tell you the best. That's why I got mad.
No, it's okay.
Okay, let's let Ron go, or somebody, Debbie Campbell from the old room.
Go ahead, Ron.
Here you go, Ron. Can
About
you
them both?
remember anything? Yeah. Can you remember anything?
Well, has anybody said anything nice yet? No?
That's taken care of.
That is? Okay. It's to an Italian, it was funny. I guess when we were dating, they had to talk with my wife about, I think it was it.
It was actually my uncle's.
It was
Your
actually Uncle Marvin and Uncle John.
Well, maybe I never say that one, huh?
Talking about food, I think.
Yeah, well, anyhow, we were getting married, and Aunt Nay had offered to help cater the wedding, which they did a wonderful job. But you had to put my mind at ease. She says, Ron, we'll have all that Italian food there. We'll have the pasta and all that, and we'll have plenty of that Parmesan cheese. And I said, you mean Parmesan cheese?
Then he was a little fearful.
Yeah.
She can't pronounce the cheese.
And after we got outside, I said, now, are you sure that your aunt knows what she's doing with the pasta? 'Cause we got a lot of Italians coming and everything. She said, no, if my aunt doesn't know, my Uncle Otto.
will know. He'll know. I said, tell her not to get any Parmesan, just get the Romano. I said she can pronounce that a little bit better. But that was my first encounter with Aunt May and Uncle Otto. But I love them.
Hey, if you hadn't told me that day, I'd have probably still been called Parmesan.
Yeah.
Gonna need that Parmesan cheese. Ron still calls it that, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Emily, let OJ and Emily tell the funny things that happened.
Wait, okay. But I guess basically what I should say is, there's not enough time or words for all of us to put together to tell you how special you are to us.
Amen, brother.
And through birth,
I hope we ain't gonna die.
You already know we like you. That's what we done for you while you're alive.
you got your while you're through birth, through
Jim, it's your time to say
You got your flair.
yeah, how long you been here? And you've been special. And I don't know a lot of times what we would have done, what I would have done.
That's for you, family. This coming year.
And I'm not afraid of important.
Sometimes on Christmas, it's hard to leave your own house just to come over here, but it's important.
It's very important.
Sometimes I think how we used to do as a daddy when you kids were little.
Yes.
I don't know how they stood it, because their whole house wasn't no bigger than from here to my kitchen. They had 2 bedrooms and a living room and a kitchen, but it wasn't any bigger. I don't think it was big, was it? And we'd all, when we had Christmas, we'd have it at home, and here, all 4 of us girls would go with our little kids, and at that time, every little boy, oh my goodness.
Monsters, weren't they?
They were rowdy.
And we drive the same car.
But yeah, they call like Marvin to get them. They were the funniest kids that you'd ever find in your life. They were. I mean, they still are. Yeah, still are. But we'd go to Mother's, and you couldn't even hardly stand. I mean, there was so many people there. And
How many times I went beside the house and I heard them say, shoo. The house wanted it.
And we thought they was just loving it to pieces. One time it was so crowded that some of them had to get under the table.
My mom has a picture of that.
I was showing
Of the kids under the table.
some family get-togethers, and there's a couple of Uncle Otto's turning around like it's the guy. And I said, it was so crowded. They fed the kids, and then they fed the men, and then the women sat down to eat. But nobody could all sit down at the table together.
No, Dreamer was always.
But I do want you to know that Dream and I always get stuck with the dishes.
Hey!
Always. Always. Because they said we did it so good.
And we really
We were the best.
You two do it the best, and we'll give you a quarter.
I think in the past couple of years I've caught up with all of you on the dishes.
Yeah, but you're the dishwasher.
Yeah, you really do.
She didn't have a dishwasher.
Yes, she did.
Speaking of that, Shelley, you're calling right now.
I remember when
I don't live here anymore.
Mark was, when I went in there with Mark, we didn't know and I told Mel that it was just a few houses up the road from me. And so when I went to labor, we called them, and they come running down. Mark was so excited, he put his britches on backwards, and I said, take it easy, Mark, take it easy. We got in the car, and Otto was barreling on down. He was running every red light, every stop sign, everything. And Mark was going, take it easy, honey. Everything's going to be okay. Take it easy, honey. He's about to jerk me to death in the back of Pat, and then Otto was looking, what did stop at a red light? We got people at him. And he just, I wasn't about to let her have that baby in my car. I wasn't about to have that baby in my car.
Did anybody tell the story about the T-model? When Uncle Otto used to take us down by the lake, and he'd drive as close as he could to those waves in the T-model car. That was one of my favorite things.
I can't think of anything like that.
Where was I? You were complaining.
Everybody over 60 leaves.
Debbie.
we went. If you would have seen how close he took us to the waves, you wouldn't have let us go.
They are.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was so cool.
We used to go down there and like and hit that car so hard that
Oh, I know.
yeah, and just bounce.
Did they were gonna get a car wash? Okay, but we're in the lake.
You know something?
You gotta press top.
Been working.
It's been on the whole time, so I hung it up. Oh, Rhonda?